So some news just came out. The Packers have decided to try out two new kickers. It came out here from Field Yates, who says, "For my Packers followers who normally get their news from the great and currently locked out Rob Demovsky, the team worked out 4 players today. Kicker Chad Ryland, kicker Lucas Haversick, and QB Gavin Hardison, and wide receiver Lydetrick Griffin." So I want to focus on the two kickers. Over the weekend in that Vikings game, new Packers kicker who has been the kicker here since the start of the season this year, Braden Narveson, missed 2 field goals. One was a 37-yarder. The other was a 49-yarder. And right now, if you look at Narveson in his first 4 games here with Green Bay, he is 9 for 13 with a field goal percentage made of 69.2%. Currently, that ranks 31st in the NFL. So it's not been a very good start for Narveson. He is a young kicker, so there is a chance he could potentially improve. But so far, what we've seen so far isn't going to cut it. And it's just unfortunate because the past 2 years, the Packers have really struggled at kicker with Anders Carlson last year. Of course, they move on from him. All offseason, it was Carlson versus Greg Joseph. Neither of them stay here. They move on to Narveson, who got signed from the Titans. And to start, it hasn't really been great. Hopefully he improves. I don't know if the Packers will try to make any kind of move. Obviously, they're trying out kickers, so that could tell you something. They're at least taking a look to see what's out there. But let me read this quote from Matt LaFleur, and then I'll share some more about these kickers. But LaFleur said this after the game about Narveson: "I got a lot of confidence in Braden. I do. I think that, it's tough. We all want the results. I think he's a young guy, and a lot of times with young kickers that you go through this. Certainly, I know that he's disappointed. I've still got a lot of belief in him. I've seen it in practice. I told you guys from day one, the day he got here, and just have seen his ability. So it's just part of it. Unfortunately, it wasn't his day, but I got a lot of confidence and wouldn't blink if we have to put him in another situation." So the Packers were also patient with Anders Carlson. That didn't work out. I understand being patient with young kickers because it does take time to develop and grow and get better. And Mason Crosby in his first few years was not as great as he was as time went on. But at some point, though, in these close games, which in the NFL there are a ton of them, it's pretty important to have a kicker that you can trust and rely on. And so right now it's just a tough start for Braden Narveson. Hopefully he improves and gets better. We'll see. So here is some information on the two kickers who tried out. Chad Ryland, Patriots 2023 4th-round pick. He was 64% on field goals last season, which is not very good. Anders was about 80% last year, so it makes sense why the Patriots released him this August. And then Lucas Haversick, he was 75% on field goals with the Rams last season, which was worse than Anders Carlson last year, and he was also on the Browns and then released this year. So neither guy so far last year were very good. Maybe they've improved. We'll see if the Packers sign either. I don't know if they will. And then another guy to bring up is Alex Hale, who is on the Packers practice squad. He was signed by the Packers back on August 7th, released August 27th, and then signed back to the practice squad as part of the International Player Pathway Program. So he's still another potential kicker. It seems to me right now the Packers will just stick with Narveson. And for Matt LaFleur's quote, the hope is that he'll start to improve, get better, because LaFleur claims to be seeing some better things there at practice. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's a tough spot for the Packers where they just are really struggling to find a kicker and to replace Mason Crosby. It hasn't worked out yet. Hopefully, it'll work out sometime soon. If you guys want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe below. I also have a second NFL channel where I broke down the newest Davante Adams. He actually requested a trade from the Raiders. If you want to watch that, you can click the link right here. Feel free to subscribe to that channel where I touch on the rest of the NFL. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.